Greetings, everyone. I'm Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, bringing you new album reviews all the damn time. That's what we do here. Today, we're going to take a look at a brand new record on a label that I respect a lot, High Roller Records. They've been really great on getting out into the market a lot of cool new albums from these new wave of traditional heavy metal bands. Richard Catino and I have done a whole long series on focusing on these particular type of bands, these newer, younger bands who are doing heavy metal the way it used to be, right? Traditional style of heavy metal. So this particular band, this new album has been kind of highlighted quite a bit in recent months, and I've heard of them. This is the first time I've ever listened to them, so I went and picked this up thinking they were one thing, and they're not that at all. So the band is Lord Vigo from Germany. Name of the band and the name of the guys' names in the band, all kind of influenced by the Ghostbusters film series, right? So what does that look like when you see that, right? Walk the Shadows, Lord Vigo, right? Looks dark and doomy, doesn't it, right? That's what I thought. I thought this was like a total doom band. And lo and behold, they're really not that at all. Let's take a look before we get into the music here. Let's take a look at the rest of the digipack and the booklet. And I'll tell you who's in the band. All right, so I love the artwork, by the way. This is right up my alley. Lyrics, right, credits and things. Now, trying to read the credits, this is like microscopic text, so I'm going to request a little help here from another website. It talks about there's two guys in the band who play live with them, but the main lineup who, I guess, do all the stuff on albums. Vince Clortho, drums and vocals. Tony Scoleri, guitars and bass. And Volgus Zildrahar on guitars and bass. They do a lot of cool twin harmony leads. And then you got two other guys, live bass and live drums. Zood, something like that, on live bass. And Ivo Shankar or something like that on live drums. Best as I can read it because it's microscopic stuff. So, you look at these guys and you look at the album and you think, all right, this has got to be some kick-ass doom, right? Because that's what it looks like here. And then you start listening to it and you realize, wow, this isn't really doomy at all. In fact, I'd argue that most of this isn't even metal. What is it, you might ask? Well, this band, for all its dark imagery and song titles and, a morbid realm, Walk the Shadows, through a glass darkly, we shall not, killing hearts and endless nights, servant of the dark, the triumph of the killing heart, and El Hakim. You think it's a doom album, right? Or, seeing it's on High Roller Records, it's some kind of like, dark new wave of traditional heavy metal album or new wave of British heavy metal, influenced by that and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, not really any of those things. They call them epic metal. There is an epicness to this music. But man, if you love some of the, like, goth bands of the 80s, like Bauhaus, Sisters of Mercy, The Cure, Killing Joke, maybe a little bit of The Damned, right? Maybe even the early Cult, but with a dark twist, kind of like Typo Negative. That's what this music is like. And even a little bit of the second wave of British progressive rock, like little bits of Marillion and IQ and Pendragon thrown in, because there's lots of synths going on this album. A lot of synths on here. A lot of kind of like proggy and gothic things happening here. It's all these weird elements coming together, making for a rather strange, at times confusing listen, but I keep coming back to this. I still haven't figured out if I really even like this album yet. First of all, the vocals are, like I said, the vocals are very much from the 80s goth scene. There are, on a couple tracks like Walk the Shadows and Through a Glass Darkly, there are some kind of more aggressive metal, almost extreme vocals in a couple spots, right? Kind of like harsh black metal-y type things, but they're very brief. They're kind of like off in the distance, but the lead vocals on this album are very much from that 80s goth scene. Very much so. There are some of the tracks are very synth heavy, lots of keyboards, like the back half of the album, like Triumph of the Killing Heart and El Hakim, just loads and loads of kind of proggy gothic synths and atmosphere, and just not very heavy at all. A Morbid Realm, which kicks off, that's like an opening, like instrumental intro type of thing. Like I said, Walk the Shadows, Through a Glass Darkly, and Maybe We Shall Not are the more heavier songs on here. Killing Hearts and Endless Nights might be my favorite track. That's track number 5. That's very, very cool. That's got some great kind of twin guitars and things, and it's there's a lot of good lead guitar work. There's not a lot of like riffy things happening on this album. This is not an album of big, heavy, doomy riffs. Like I said, it's epic sounding. It's atmospheric. It's got the gothic flavor. It's got the prog flavor. But I really struggle to even call this a metal album. I haven't really decided what I think of this. There are elements of kind of like some of the new wave of British heavy metal. There's like a post-punk vibe going on. Some of this stuff, like I said, post-punk, goth, prog, atmospheric rock. Because it is kind of dark sounding, I guess that's where they're getting the doom from. It is epic sounding because of all the orchestrations and things going on. And I don't know. I haven't, as you can probably tell, I've listened to this numerous times and I still haven't really grasped it. And I kind of went and like looked at some of their album covers are great, by the way. They have some other ones that are even better than this. But I wonder if I'm going to have to investigate some of their earlier stuff and see if it's all like this or if this is like a deviation or not. I don't know. I like it. Because I'm so kind of like thrown for a loop, like a whole 360, because this is like one of those albums that like you expected one thing and you got something completely different. I did not expect this at all. And like I said, I'm still struggling with, do I really like it or not? I'm fascinated by it, I'll put it to you that way, because it is so different. And what's on here is cool. It's just, when you, like I said, I went in looking for like total doom, and I'm not getting that at all. Whatever you want to call it, epic, gothic metal, proggy gothic metal. Is that even such a thing? I don't know. So I don't even know what to rate this, right? Because I just haven't grasped it yet. I haven't figured out what it is. It's well done, yes. Is it my cup of tea? I'm not really sure yet. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. There are people that are hailing this band like one of those unsung bands that more people need to be paying attention to. And from a perspective of they're doing something completely different, yeah, maybe. So I'm going to put the link to the Bandcamp page down below. I really want you guys to go and give this a listen and let me know what you think. Maybe you can offer some insights that I'm just not grabbing yet. But like I said, I'm going to keep trying this because I do like it. I just not quite sure what to think of it yet, if that makes any sense at all. So I can't remember the last time I'd like struggled with an album so mightily. I mean, I remember like the first time I put it on, I'm kind of like, wait a second, did I put the right CD in? Do I have the right thing here? I'm like, this is not what I was expecting here. And each time I listen to it, I'm kind of like, I'm intrigued and I kind of want to hear more. And then I get done listening to it and I'm like, I'm just puzzled. I'm puzzled. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I like it. I'm not sure how much I like it, or even if I really, truly, absolutely like it. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Lord Vigo, Walk the Shadows, 3.5 out of 5. That could change. It could go lower, could go higher. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. 4 listens in, and I'm kind of still struggling with it. So, but let us know what you think of it. I'm going to drop the link down below. Please go check it out. And, I don't know. See if everybody else is as puzzled as me. I don't know. So anyway, thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options all down below. Thank you in advance for all your support there. We'll see you soon here with more stuff. Got more reviews coming. We got new Witch Hazel, new Sheev, new Joe Bonamassa, new Toosmork, new Discipline, Enigmatic Sound Machines, Anders Buas, all sorts of other stuff. I got a big stack here. I'll get to all of it eventually. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.